Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to apparently accidentally go down to the gun neck. That being said, this is a brand new episode of the Skylanders Giants Soul Seekers here on the channel, where we are literally playing with a character that sucks right now. That joke will never get old, I don't care. And yeah, we actually wound up buying a Lucotron bulb as of late, so I think it's about time we applied it here at Callie's room, where in order to be more efficient with the look, we will place some power wheels, because that will mean we have an additional critical hit chance. For more damage we deal, the faster enemies are defeated, the less chance they have at hitting us back. Of course, health is our highest most priority, because healing up can of course mean the difference between victory and defeat. That being said, we are finally going to head into chapter 4 as I promised in the previous session. But speaking of said previous session, I said I'd go back and get the enemy goal for Wilkin Religion. As you can tell by the triple stars, I have indeed done that. But Cutthroat Carnival is lacking on pretty much every single front when it comes to the collectibles, so it's about time we change that. And then afterward, in a later episode, we will also come back here for the speedrun. Anyway, we have Deep Stew to skip over. My favourite thing to do in this game is press the best button in video game over the skip button. Oh yeah. Now we do have some silver and gold and stuff over here, so with that I do not mind if I do. Yeah, I remember going through all this with Hothead, I meant to say Hot Dog. Unfortunately, both the hots seem to have been lost. So yes, we've lost both Fire Skylanders and both Water Skylanders already, but as for Tech on the other hand, Bouncer here, he's still kicking. Regardless, last time we came through here, we attempted the speedrun, tried to do it with Hot Dog, we went to do the air gate, and then we lost the speedrun because of it. It was very disappointing, very upsetting. Oh well, what you gonna do? Just means I get to play this awesome level some more. I mean, it is a pretty awesome level. You have pirates. Actually, that's about it, but what was wrong with pirates? Besides the fact that they pillage and kill and steal and... Should I go on? Apart from that though, what's wrong with pirates? Pirates are pretty cool. Funpack was a pirate once. At least I think that's what his backstory was. I don't know, I don't really pay attention to Skylar backstories that I don't like, and I don't like Funpack, so therefore I don't pay attention to his backstory. Now some fools have got to die. We're also going to head in here. I believe we need a bomb, but that, my friends, is what we have a giant for. So yeah, there's going to be some food behind that. I was about to say not that we need it, and I'd be right in saying that because we didn't need it. We're already at maximum health. But we're going to chomp on it anyway. I mean, it's a little icy pop. Why would you not want a delicious icy pop? Am I right? Oh, another one. Sweet. I've never seen a robot giant enjoy that so much. We would have known that Robot Giant had a little ice cream craze, shall we put it. Also, watermelon, keeping it healthy too after all them icicles with all that sugar. You're gonna need something to oppose that, I guess. Dietary needs, that being. You can't live with just icicles, I'm afraid. You're gonna need some watermelon and some other fruits thrown in there. Not that fruits are without sugars, but the difference between fruits and things like sweets is that sweets have artificial flavorings, artificial sweeteners to make them, well, sweets, or candy as you Americans call them. And that being said, fruit on the other hand has natural sugars that grow within the fruit in order for the fruit to grow in the first place. Without sugars, the fruit could not grow, so therefore those sugars are more organic and therefore healthier for the body. They're still sugars all the same, which is why you can't have too many fruits. That's why 5 a day is your recommended, I suppose, going past that, and that's a little bit too much sugar. With that being said, the sugar is certainly better for you all the same. Now this is going to be plopped in there, and I'm also going to eventually realise that life has popped up, so it's Shroom Boom's turn to shine. I think T-Rex has been taking care of the life sections in this game long enough. Not to mention Shroom Boom is also like our longest living core at this point, after having lost Hot Dog, mind you. Shroom Boom was the only core for a while there until we unlocked Pop Fizz to go alongside him. And then we also have Sprocket and Jetpack. Duh. And then there was Fright Rider, but we lost him along the way too. Luckily that's what we have Eyebrawl for our undead representatives, because boy, we're going to need them for a lot of the elemental gates coming up. Empire of Ice, and this here, very level in front of you, just to name a few of those things. Anyway, that's a very interesting food, a little apple, sticky apple right there. Again, definitely not healthy. Well, the apple part is, but for sticky, you know, for little toffee on the outskirts, not so much. You know why? Because it's sugar central, is why. We're also going to use this Skylanders sheep, because I cannot be bothered with you, young man, and your fucking spiderlings. I'm sorry, there wasn't any for that language. I am ashamed. I mean, said I'm not ashamed of destroying that barrel keg right there, or finding the destroy scroll, which we could have done the last time. We just didn't. Here at the Forger's basement, which is actually in reference to the second chapter, where inside of the Forger's basement you can blow something up, and we all know the greatness of blowing stuff up and how it always leads to treasure. At least in the Forger's basement's case it does, because it leads to a legendary treasure of legendariness. I mean, it's kind of in the name, that one. Legendary treasure, of course it's legendary. It wouldn't be called a legendary treasure otherwise, now would it? So yes, we have that hinting to that. Very cool how the levels kind of interlink through the usage of the story scrolls, mind you. How dare you hit me? How dare you? They should be very much ashamed. But it sure is a good thing we came to this level to unlock Swarm before tackling the Dark Light Crypt. Otherwise, Hotdog would have died, and the Link would have died with it, or the Soul Seekers even. The Soul Link is completely different to Soul Seekers, despite the similarity in their names. Soul Seekers is a cooler name though, because it has more letters in the name, so we all know that by default that obviously makes it cooler. It's like being illiterate. You know, you could just be fancy with your wordage choice, but being illiterate with your fancy wordage choice just sounds cooler than fancy words, because that's what being illiterate is using fancy schmancy words, but illiterate. More letters. Bigger word, therefore cooler word. That's just how it works. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Actually, I'm not. But still, I don't make rules. I just reinforce them. We know the gist of it is by this point in time. You'd hope so anyway. Now, this brute is going down. He looks at me funny enough for a reason. Boom, baby. Literally, that's part of the name. Shroom, boom. Wouldn't be much about a boom. He'd just be Shroom now, wouldn't he? And nobody wants to play with a Skylander named Shroom. Okay, now I'm pretty sure everything on the island should have already been acquired for Winged Sapphire, indeed, for Hat, indeed, and of course for Soul Gem. So all what's left actually is to speak with the Boatmaster up here. Now I would have loved to have swapped out for a water element. The only problem here is that they're all dead. Which basically means that we have to play a Shroom Boom for the rest of the level. Because you know who else is pretty much dead? Yeah, for 5 characters. Except for, of course, for Undead Gate. That's where we're going to have to swap out for Eyebrawl, and he will obviously finish off the level for us. We are going to play with Shroom Boom for as long as we can, however, because he's a faster Skylander and therefore more fun to play as and more fast-paced to play as. Okay, he's going to do that move. I'm going to do this move. I could have just used the Skystone cheat, but we're in too deep now. We're just going to play it through. Save the Skystone cheats for later, mater. Ooh, Spiderlings. Okay, we're going to take it. Obviously, why wouldn't we take it, right? It's not exactly like, oh, poor little weedy boatmaster can't take it back. Oh, how pathetic is poor little spoilerlings. Yeah, you need a free-blader to take anything, and newsflash for ya, he don't got no one of those. So, we have defeated Chance. Well, the Skystones we're going to get. Actually, speaking of Skystones, the only thing you missed when I went back to the enemy goal in Chapter 7 was obviously the Skystone I earned from the necessary Skystone battle, where we gain access to a key. It was one of the chompies of the Earth element, I believe. So yes, we're getting some silver. Even more silver from the treasure chest up here upon the galleon. If only we had Thump Pack left, then we could have just pulled it in and saved the Skystone battle. But never mind.
My favorite.
Plus that means that going in there we got the areas counted towards for all areas found. I'm not sure if we got that previously because we would have done it so with Swarm, so I assume I probably did it for Feed of Strength. We all know how my memory is. Yeah, that didn't actually count, or it did, I don't know. It's weird when the camera angle doesn't change. You see, weird. Now we have these fools coming in. Yeah, we saw every last bit of it, we did. Why we're seeing it again, I don't know. If the game just really thought we need to put it out twice for me. Sorry about that there interruption in the commentary, though no doubt it came most welcome because I have been speaking a lot. In fact, I don't think there's been an entire episode, or an entire episode, or point within this episode even, to where, besides that which we just saw, I have taken a break from my commentary. So yeah, no doubt, a welcome break indeed. I know for a fact I enjoyed the break. Managed to actually take a fucking breath for once. I know, big change that one. Very risky. I'm hoping it paid off and made the video all the more better for it. Anyway, I would love to skip over Wolf's Deep Stew right now, but that's asking for too much, unfortunately. So yeah, let's push this guy into place, not switch out because we have no fire Skylanders left, and it's very depressing. I'm also accidentally going to initiate the trigger and destroy some stuff with my mushrooms. Boom, baby! Yeah, we love putting the boom in Shroom Boom. Or should I say Smith Boom? We probably renamed him at some point in the series, but as I said in the previous session, a bunch of these characters are pre-owned when I replaced them after having came to my University of Lincoln accommodation without them. So yeah, all my duplicates I'll either just keep for giveaway or resell them on eBay. I'm sure some way they will come with use, all these duplicates I bought. And so because I said duplicates, no doubt if I did wind up renaming Smith Boom over here, that would have been lost due to the fact that this is a completely different figure. Anyway, speaking of figures, this is a brand new session, so I managed to get my hands on Horizon Forbidden West Collector's Edition. It came with one of the Tremotusk, I think they're called, I don't know, but the point is it's the massive fuck-off mammoth as an 18-inch statue. It's about as glorious as you get, as is the game itself. I am so happy with how it turned out. I was hoping it would be as good, if not even better than the first, and boy did I get my wishes. The game took everything I loved about the first and improved upon it. I never really found the need for melee combat in the first game, especially when you just had arrows. Well, in this game, they take advantage of melee by making it easier to overwhelm human players utilizing it, and they added a more depthful system in the combat, to where now you can pull off combos and you can jump off enemies and you can use that to slow down time and fire off arrows afterwards. Point is, your attacks chain together and it makes combat so much more fast paced than before. You also slide for longer and you can create longer slowdown to take more advantage of machine combat, where of course you'll use your arrows, keep your distance and tear pieces off the machines to generally weaken them. So that then, you know, all of a sudden they have less guns, which is what you need when you're taking down a Thunderjaw that has like 60 of them. I mean, come on, it's a motherfucking T-Rex with 60 fucking guns on it. How can you not love the appeal of that? And you fight it with a bow and arrow. It is awesome. And better yet, you have appropriate strategy for each machine, and you strip a Thunderjaw of its parts. And those guns I was talking to you previously, yeah, you can use them and use it against the Thunderjaw. You're using its own gun against it. That is awesome. And every machine has its own strategies too, and now those strategies are all the more complex given that there are new weapons, new machines, and one of which is this spear that when of course you throw it into a machine or a human it will blow up. It is so broken and it is so satisfying to use. It's by far my favourite weapon in the game. It's not even the most overpowered either. They also have this bolt blaster. Can't remember if that was from the first game, but basically because it's a heavy weapon you can't really maneuver whilst using it. What you can do is charge up your shots and unleash massive damage. It's very high risk, very high reward, because you can easily strip away machine parts and armor and humans, even though it's more recommended for you to get up close and personal with humans because your melee attacks can easily rip apart their armor. And the game doesn't hold your hand either. It's not like Splatoon 2, where the first thing you do when you load up a Salmon Run is you get a tutorial on how to defeat each Salmonoid boss. Instead here, you're just given a machine and you're encouraged to learn your own strategies. It's so well done and so much fun. And that's just for gameplay. Like, the story is incredible. I love all the side quests, and the side quests do a greater part of making each character feel their own, each NPC. Okay, we're gonna buy up, well, most of these. Apparently we're running low on cash here. Luckily when we swap out for Eyebrow, we can change that. We're not going to buy any fairy dust because we're not going to be able to afford the upgrade from summoning for fairy beforehand. So let's push that, gain access to a legendary treasure. Oh yes. Oh yeah, and also push this block him away whilst we're at it. Boom, baby. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But yeah, Forbidden West, I love it. It expands upon the thirst, giving us a bigger world, more mechanics to explore it with. The swimming is fantastic, and not to mention the location. We get to go to San Francisco. We get to check out Las Vegas, completely submerged in water. Yes, you heard that right. Los Angeles is completely underwater, and it is fucking awesome. We even get the lights out in the desert. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Why the heck I'm going this way, I do not know. I'm just reminded of these visuals of Horizon Forbidden West, which I'm playing with PS5 by the way, and the loading screens might as well not even exist because they are so damn short. The game performs admirably. I have had a few glitches, which day one that was kind of expected, but nothing has been game breaking for me. You know, occasionally I've had to restart from checkpoint or just quit out into the main menu and restart things all over, but you get so many checkpoints that doing so is gonna lose you no time whatsoever. And to say, because the loading screens are so quick, it's almost like I put no effort into it whatsoever, going into the main menu and then going back into the game. So needless to say, I'm satisfied with the experience. You know, the main problem with it ultimately is that it is the same mostly as a lot of what we've seen from the first. You know, besides the more depthful combat system that they've added, and of course the additional machines, it is still just running around, or in the case of mounts, riding around this huge post-apocalyptic world. So yes, mostly a lot of the same, all the same, but I have no problems with that whatsoever, because at the end of the day, it's a sequel. I went into it wanting more of the first, because I love the first so much, and it fulfilled upon that purpose at giving me more of what I wanted. I got what I expected, in other words, and I can find myself pleasantly pleased in the experience of Horizon Forbidden West, which is all the more immersive than the first, with its even greater world building, because the first was kind of tricky. It had this really intricate and lore heavy world, the background lore of which is incredible, and so creating the fundamentals for that for a single game, that is impressive in and of itself. So all this game had to do was expand upon that, and it did that to perfection. I couldn't be happier. Again, I do wish there was a little bit more variety, so to say, in both the gameplay and the differences between this and the first one, but I cannot complain. Especially that massive fuck off mammoth statue I got with the collector's edition, that is. Man, that thing is glorious. What's also glorious is that I get to push this wall away. So it feels satisfying and just blowing it up, I guess. So yeah, let's grab all this treasure, then we're going to have to go back to Auric to pick up the items that Smith Boom was unfortunately unable to afford, and then we can use this key and finally defeat Blackbeard at Skystones, with, of course, I believe, a final objectives star, which we will have as soon as we've collected the hat at the end of the, you know, treacherous road over here. Yeah, it's definitely treacherous all the same. Just look at this place. I just realised though that we're going to have to swap back to Smithfield once we speak with Blackbeard, because that area is alive. Wow, this level just really wants me to play as Streambeam apparently. Looks like I'm going to be using him for the thumbnail again. Yeah, that's what happens when you run out of renders for thumbnails, but I'll just use the one from his short shot version. Not that I'm even using the short shot version, because if I was in this game, it would pop up as a special. So, let's be a mashed potatoes. I actually had mashed potatoes for dinner last night. It was delicious. I mean, of course it was my cooking. Give myself a chef's kiss, because it's not half bad. No, for a start hat, but we're not going to wear it regardless. Now let's be teleporting. Heading back to Pirate Island slowly, so very slowly. Yeah, I really would love Eyeball to pick up the pace. Fortunately, we aren't worried about the speedrun objective this time round. We will, however, be in future. B, Swarm, Air Elemental Gate from the first time we came through here. Man, I am clever. That was 100% intentional. You guys wish you had the kind of brain cells to come up with such comedic prowess. This is comedy gold. You wish you was as good as this. You're just not. Sorry to break it to you. Wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, this is quote unquote charisma for you. Just speaking a lot and hoping that it sticks. Not being too sticky though, because the last thing we want to do is wind up in a sticky situation. Those situations are not fun at all. So now let's once again slowly and surely walk up slowly. Did I mention that it's slow? How slow we are walking slowly toward the gate. I'm doing it all nice and slow, or as Ramon will put it, low and slow. Luckily though, my slow days can come to an end when Dreadbeard shuts up and I have the opportunity to switch out the Smith Boom once again. Yes, this level just can't help but really push for this character. So let's take Eyebrow off and replace him even with none other than Smith Boom himself and his legendary Hattie thingamabob. Now let's not lose Smith Boom to fucking chapter 4 of all things. Now that would be embarrassing. I mean, I've lost characters before, not this early in the game however, not even on nightmare runs of the game have I lost characters this soon. I think the soonest I've ever lost a character in, not even a Locke, just playing this game in nightmare in general, was probably Glacier Girling. Because I was stupid enough to play as a magic character who isn't Pop Fizz or Double Trouble in the magic zone of the chapter. Yeah, all the other magic characters that aren't by the name of Double Trouble and Pop Fizz probably would die there on nightmare mode. Because it's tough and magic isn't all that good an element, in my opinion. Let's put emphasis on that part, the opinion part. Okay, let's destroy this guy. And you can consider him all destroyed. You might even level up if we get lucky. What do you know? I willed it into existence with my raw awesomeness. Now that being said, let's destroy this guy. Well, not just destroy him, we're gonna cheat on him. As of course we've actually begun, that is. Boom! Skylanders cheat. Get this guy out of here. We're even gonna get a root runner for our lack of effort. Don't mind if we do. I do be a fine player, thanks for the compliments, but we're gonna, you know, get out of here. So we repaired the ship, we skipped over all the deep stew, and we're getting every single objective except for the speedrun. A boom, baby. We are going to go back and visit some more previous levels in the attempt to earn triple stars, however. Ooh, isn't that exciting? So yeah, let's waste no more time. Let's get into the chapter select and our triple star in today. It's going to be Trollholm Security. I'm hoping that all we're missing here is the speedrun objective, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go fast and fast, quick and quick. We even get to remain a Smith Boom here a little bit longer because it's a life area to begin with. So let's quickly check these objectives, see what we're missing. It is indeed the speedrun and the speedrun only. So let us hope to accomplish exactly that. Playing as Triox right now probably would be more effective because I'd get to smash open that gate, but you know. Oh well, so I'm going to just defeat some fools instead. So I feel like this is a difficult speedrun marker. Or at least I hope, after having said that, it's not going to be too difficult for me. Otherwise that would be embarrassing. Having karma come to really bite me in the ass. Anyway, Boom, we blow it up, we defeat some more fools, obviously. What else would we do with them? Just let them live? Don't make me laugh. Okay, here we are. Boom! Yeah, shake the room. We're even gonna have this charged just for you. How did you like your present? I mean, I hope you liked it because there's no returning it. As they'd say in the best Kung Fu Panda film, the second one. Obviously, there is no topping for second how. I was about to say the second How to Train Dragon film then, which is actually true. There is no topping that. Not even with Kung Fu Panda 2. Now we have fire, which unfortunately we can't take advantage of, given that there's a string room and all. And all of our fire characters are also dead. That also does not help neither. Okay. Knock you back, have some explosions take you out, and then mushrooms can come in and finish you off. Just let that blow them up. Boom! That was an explosion right there. Okay, here comes this guy. We can hit him from pretty much anywhere because these guys lob these mushrooms right here, and it is very much useful. We appreciate it. Die, die, die. He's not dying, folks. He's being very uncool like that. Man, it's about damn time. Okay, sweet. Take out some more chompy folks, and then head towards this guy. But are we going to complete the Locke puzzle? Hell to the no! Yeah, that's what we have keys for. Okay, luckily we don't have to remain as Shroom Boom for long because we're going to have an earth area to take advantage of Crusher with. Unfortunately, Crusher is slow, so he is going to be a huge hindrance on the speedrun objective. Though I'm hoping we should still get it done. That's the hope anyway. Again, I'm saying this twice, just put emphasis on it. If we fail the speedrun objective, we'll just come back and do it my own time because I can't be asked to have you guys watch the same things over and over again. That would just be a waste of your time, my time. Well, I say my time, I'd have to do it regardless, wouldn't I? Just be off camera, that would all be done. Boom! That was a lot of destruction. Oh, I didn't quite hit that guy, unfortunately. That's more like it. My hammer is huge! Huge, I tell you! Okay, boom. Oh, they didn't fall down yet. That's unfortunate. But that is also more like it. Boom. Yeah, there you are. Now, rather than worry about the bomb and the Locke puzzle, we're instead just going to pick this thing up one-handed. Good almighty! And then, you know, obviously, blow up the cannon. What else would we do with this artillery shell? Not blow up the cannon? Yeah, boom, that's what we're talking about. It looks like we have some fools to literally get behind. We're backing them up, folks. We are backing them up and destroying them all in one fell smash. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that was a lot of bouncing. Unfortunately, we wound up landing right up here where we can at last take advantage of the one, the only sprocket. The first time we came through this section, it was with Bouncer, so we might as well take advantage of his tech core counterpart that has somehow outlived Chill, Fright Rider, and Hot Dog. How does that even happen? This sprocket we're talking about here, we are talking about the same character, right? Because this character sucks. And yet here she is. You watch, she's going to be the last remaining survivor who's going to defeat Chaos in the end and complete the game to 100%. That'll be just my luck, wouldn't it? My karma. Or maybe it'll be Crusher, given that he's my least favourite of the 16, and that also tends to happen. My least favourite come through to clutch out in the end, so that then, you know, it's just kind of like a tease. The game knows it's they're my least favourite characters, and it's purposefully making them final survivors, because it knows that will tick me off. It will mean that I have to like him. I must. It'll be an obligation. I mean, they beat a Locke. How can I dislike them after that? You know, that's the example, I guess. So, here we go. Let's once again just use the key. I can't be much arsed with this. That's what we have keys for. Okay, grab the bomb. Throw it, apparently. So we can grab it again. And we throw it again. Sweet. We're going to need another bomb though for that second cannon. Luckily that's what we have it right back here for. And our sucking ability to immediately refill our vacuum blaster jetpack thingy-magun. Yeah, I think that's good enough as is. We're just going to stick with it. We're going to take that shelter face. Though it definitely was not worth it between the time save and how much damage we took. Luckily, that's what we got macaroni and cheese back here for. And let's be blowing some stuff up. Don't think we need to defeat these guys. Yeah, let's watch out for the explodey chompies. That sounds like a good plan. I like that plan. And then that grenade we're just going to ignore. I also like that plan. That's a good solid plan on my behalf. Now go, 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 go. This is not going well enough, Jetpack. You should be disappointed. You literally suck, bro. Literally. Okay, there's some more food back here, courtesy of the Dark Light Crypt. Very convenient. Let's suck up all of these chompies. Take that blasted face, apparently. Oh wow, that one-shots these guys. Take another chompy for later. Oh, watch out. I've got to stop getting hit by these things. It's not much convenient, for being honest. Okay, boom. Let's have these blow up in advance, or not. Apparently my aiming is not good. Okay, now we need a bomb. Playing a song would be convenient because we could just strike down that wall, but never mind. I think we're still having plenty of time. We do indeed. 1 minute is all what we need to destroy all of those last few enemies remaining. Man, that grenade was cheap. I hate grenades. I hate them so much. Okay, let's blow up that wall. Speak with Ulrich. Enter the shop. Get the charm. Get out of here, and then boom, the wall is blown up. We teleport back here, and now we have some fools to defeat. Oh, we're gonna take them down and out with our double damage back here. I mean, I would prefer invincibility or actual healing, but that's what we have the pizza for. Yeah, baby. Okay, here we go. Ton of these fools. Every last one of them is going down though. In a single strike, might I also add. Wow, that's a lot of damage from this vacuuming right now. We're going to do the same with all these chompies back here, right, as we destroy the shield gun and skip over the deep stove. One speedrun adequately completed, and one episode that is coming to an end. After, of course, our fireworks, and I push the A button to get back to Flynn's ship, because otherwise it would be very close to ending, wouldn't it? Loading the screen is the perfect way to end off any particular video. So yes, that being said, without further ado, this video, well, it's over. Roll that outro already. Now, with that all being said and done, this video is coming to an end, but before that happens, I first want to thank all my Blazing Knights and Scorpion Dragons whose support allow me to continue pumping out quality videos like this one. Without them, this all wouldn't be possible. Therefore, I genuinely appreciate every last one of you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed this video, I have others you can watch by clicking on screen now, and you can even subscribe by pressing the button on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one, but until that moment arises, peace!